and welcome to another exciting weekend edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Theodore Henry, your host for today's enlightening journey. Thanks for joining us.
Today, we read from Matthew 5, 43 to 48. Under the day say Moses did right say, love on the neighbor and hate on the enemy. But this is what I say, love on the enemy them and pray for the people them where treat on the bad and make no suffer. When you do that, you will come in just like on the Father where they are heaven. You see how we make the sun rise up and shine upon wicked people and good people? And the same so he make rain fall upon people where do a right in him yai and the one them when you listen what him say? After all, if you no uncle love the people them will love you, why would you go get out of that? And if no uncle tell for no people them how they, I want to know what I do so when nobody else no do. Eh? Don't to the wrong door them do that. Not true. So hear me now. Una no fi uncle good sometime and uncle to some people. Nobody no fi have nothing bad for say about uno. Tan just like uno father when in heaven. Him good all the while. To everybody. And nobody can say nothing bad about him and attack truth. Matthew 5, 43 to 48.
Thanks for staying with us. Have you ever heard the quote, the more things change, the more they remain the same? While we celebrated our independence on Tuesday, August 6, there are some things that never leave us. Journey with us to Woodside, St. Mary, to see how residents and the government alike are keeping history alive.
About Woodside, let me start by telling you that Woodside is my heart.
Welcome to Woodside!
Woodside is in St. Mary, deep rural community. Approximately around 1,000 people living in Woodside. Mostly middle age. It's a farming community.
Woodside is really a warm and a friendly environment and a very peaceful community. As people coming into Woodside, you can just expect fruits, you name it, country. It's country stuff, you know. And then you can expect history and culture. So we have students come here on tours, university students and visitors, people who doing history, doing research and like family tree. You know, and some of them find out back their family were right back here from Woodside, from this very plantation here. This plantation was one of the largest plantations of coffee growing in this region in the days of slavery.
We have 4 historical sites here that are protected by the National Heritage Trust. It is the former great house of the slave master. Steps down here, those are steps which were carved out by the Tainos. One Bobby Susan, which we have now learned, is called Atabey. But I have yet to hear about sacred tourism. And this is what we are. This is a sacred space that you are in. Down there, Daddy Rock is a sacred space, sacred to the Africans. It's very important that she's Atabey because she's the mother of the chief god who is Yokahu, and she is the goddess of the earth mother. So we have her here in Woodside. And there's steps here that are sacred to the Taino. I'm telling you that we have Taino from Puerto Rico and we have Taino from Florida coming to see these things. And you would cry when you see how they behave, how they love us because they say we took care of their relics.
The church can tell the production that was taking place. That was the home for the slave master, and then it was given to the community for a school, and then it became a church. The same organization built us a school over there, which is closed now. And I see it to use fit as a perfect camping site for this area. Because we have a lot of high schools in this community. We're doing cadet drill and all of these things. Back then we was told that here was the era where the slave used to plan their escape.
Annually, we come down here to really have a reading session on the 31st of July, leading into the 1st of August when it was Emancipation celebration. The slave would come here to really discuss their own private business, leading up to that impending event that will be the Emancipation celebration. So we find it possible that annually we come here have a reading session.
These plaques here bear the name of some of our slaves that were here on the plantation.
Well, the future plan for Woodside, you saw it down there. Since 2006, we determined that we would make use of our historical sites. We would care them so that we could present them in our educatourism product, looking much better, and we would also be teaching people more about them. Well, that needed funding. That is not something we could do by having a dance. And then the cement company last year put out an advertisement for community development projects. And we applied, and we came first. And we got the $6 million, not in our hand because they are doing the project, but that is our project there, the ancestral garden.
So we can have visitors who come here and then we exchange, cultural exchange, we can exchange with food, we can share with rivers we have here, and different, we have caves, and all of this. So here in Woodside, really, it's environmentally friendly.
I'd like to tell you about when Woolmer's Boys School came here. I do not know if you know custard. You know coconut custard? Well, they got roast yam and coconut custard, and they were all, wow, we want more, what we want. Tell us how to make this. We want our mother to make. You can imagine mother making in Kingston, mother making this for them Woolmer's children. But anyhow, that's a kind of excitement that comes with coming here.
All children deserve positive parenting. Why not pamper us? Be patient with us. Make time to teach us and, of course, play with us. Celebrate milestones with us and don't forget to be our #1 supporter. Do all these things and practice positive parenting today.
So it is important for us at JCA that our customers are treated fairly, right? And we know it's easy. I'm being frank, it's easy to blame customs for everything. But how do you verify whether customs is charging you or not? There's what we call a reference number, or we call it a C number. So if it is that you import anything, the de minimis is now $100 US. So if you import something that is $99 and your courier is saying that customs has charged you, ask your courier for the C number, go onto the customs website and check or download the mobile app, type in your reference number, and you are able to see what the payment was. Your courier must provide you with a customs invoice. And if you have problems after that, send something to quick.response@jca.gov.jm and we will follow through because we take these matters very, very serious. Send a report with your detail, identifying who you are, what your import is, who is your courier company, and the challenges that you are having. And what we will do as the regulator, as the persons who authorizes courier companies to submit documentation on your behalf, electronic documentation, we will investigate. And I can tell you that our CEO has taken a zero tolerance stance against freight forwarders, couriers who are perpetrating these type of, I call them offense, against the customers. And there are avenues that are available if they continue to do these things, that there is redress and there are things that can be done. For example, we hope we don't get to that, but the commissioner has the power to suspend their access to our platform where these declarations are submitted. So we urge the courier companies, comply, treat your customers well, give them the correct information, and there's still opportunity for you to continue to make a wonderful living from the trade.
Up next, we explore climate change and how our day-to-day activities may even contribute to this growing challenge.
Jamaica is getting hotter. Globally, annual temperatures are rising, with the last few years being the hottest on record. Scientists call this never-before-seen warming of the Earth climate change. Some argue that humans play a major role in the changing climate. In this video series, you will hear about climate change in Jamaica, why it is happening, and how it is affecting our lives. Scientists say that today, the Earth's climate is changing much more quickly and getting hotter more rapidly because of global warming. According to the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change, global warming results from human activities that increase the amount of greenhouse gases in the atmosphere. This means our everyday habits and the ways in which we live our lives are causing the Earth to warm up. Our cars, farms, factories and homes release carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This contributes to the warming trend being observed in the climate system since 1950. Just imagine for a moment how heat from the sun gets trapped in a greenhouse. In a similar manner, greenhouse gases entering our atmosphere create a blanket around the Earth that traps heat coming from the sun. This blanket of gas reduces the amount of heat that escapes back into outer space, causing the Earth's surface to warm up. We call this the greenhouse effect. For example, the crippling traffic in Kingston does more than just annoy travelers. All of these cars release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. This is bad for our country. But what does climate change really mean for Jamaica and the Caribbean? Learn more in part 2 of this video.
Mommy?
Yes, sweetie?
How can I change my world?
You can change your world by being polite.
Good morning.
Good morning. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Miss.
With just one action,
we can change the world with acts of random kindness.
Stay kind, act kind, be kind.
Over the past 30 years, Jamaica has successively failed to successfully arrest and prosecute persons who were allegedly criminally responsible during the FinSAC era, neither those criminally responsible for Cash Plus and Olint, Worldwise, and other such schemes. Similarly, persons allegedly responsible for public sector frauds over much of this period have similarly escaped punishment, regularly meted out to others. With that as our historical context, the SSL fraud has touched especially raw nerves. A nerve that represents the reservoir of distrust that has developed based on what many believe to be the historical Jamaican experience of one law for some and another law for others. A nerve that captures the wells of suspicion that white-collar crimes are processed and treated differently from other crimes. A nerve that characterizes the deep pool of cynicism in our country, where there is sometimes a belief that the real truth is artificially suppressed and nothing ever really changes. These waters of distrust, suspicion, and cynicism are existential threats to our society. It will take time to drain the system of these, but we must begin now. This time must be different. Let me repeat what I have said and what the most honorable Prime Minister has said. There will be full transparency in this matter. No stone will be left unturned. SSL was a relatively small securities dealer, and its problems do not pose a systemic risk to the financial system. There is therefore no need to panic. The financial sector is strong and well capitalized. The financial sector survived the global financial crisis. It survived 2 debt exchanges. It survived the COVID-19 economic shock, the inflation crisis, and it even managed to grow through all of this. Not only is the financial sector strong, it is also resilient. More specifically, the securities dealers industry remains a strong and critical pillar upon which our country, our economy, and our investing public depend. Despite this most unfortunate development, Jamaica's financial sector remains strong. To take the Jamaican financial sector to the next level, the government of Jamaica will review the penalty regimes in the Securities Act, the Banking Act, the Insurance Act, and the Pensions Act. We will stiffen the penalties for white-collar crime in the financial sector. The discrepancy between the sanctions for white-collar crime and other forms of crime must be erased. If you rob depositors or you defraud investors and you put our financial system and our way of life at risk, the Jamaican society wants you put away for a long time. The government of Jamaica will also require security dealers to publish their financial statements and material events at standards equivalent to public companies on the Jamaica Stock Exchange. The government of Jamaica will tighten regulations around connected party transactions for security dealers. The government will introduce a fixed penalty regime where companies can be fined for AML, CFT, and other breaches. The government will tighten regulations around insider trading and ensure that the penalty and sanctions regime is severe and dissuasive. The government will tighten regulations in such a manner that ensures that the penalty and sanctions regime against front running of clients in capital markets is severe and dissuasive. We will require technical assistance from our international partners in the design of these reforms and in advising us of additional reforms that may be necessary.
July 30 was International Friendship Day, and that inspired this fun segment that closes out the magazine this week. It begs the question, how well do you know your best friend? 2 sisters who also wear that label have fun figuring out the answer.
What's her favorite color? What's his middle name? If your bestie saw someone drop money on the street, would they keep it? Can you answer these questions? Well, our guests think they can. Abby and Gabby are sisters, but they also are besties. I'm Alicia, and welcome to How Well Do You Know Your Besties? Welcome, ladies. Are you ready for the ultimate best friend test?
Yes, we are.
Alright. So before we get started, sisters by blood, besties is a choice. I would never be best friends with my sister. So give me a little history.
Well, Abby and I were like the dynamic duo. We're polar opposites, yet we have so much in common, if you get what I mean. But we have known each other like forever, and we tend to, the interest that we tend to share the most is music and dancing. So, I mean, if you have a sister that can do it as well as good as you do it, I mean, that's awesome.
That's great, because my sister just dance, but no bestie. Like, what's your favorite type of music to listen?
Well, mine would be reggae and dancehall, of course. However, but with me and my sister, we do a lot of contemporary, there's a pop, dancing, and those are the stuff that we enjoy. You know, we also like to create our own little stage, you know, and also, you know, empower each other at our own unique talents, because my sister is a very good dancer and I like to perform and sing. So, you know, we complement each other. I sing and she dances. It's just a beautiful combination.
I love it. So, we did a toy cost earlier, and Abby decided that Gabby will go first. So, let's get to it, ladies. What's Abigail's best favorite childhood toy or game?
Alright.
Okay.
We have a swing at home. Yeah. So whenever she comes to visit, she'll be always swinging on the swing.
You see that I don't know myself, she's right, you know. But I usually love to.
The answers don't match.
I was gonna say karaoke. I kid you not.
But I should have said swing, because that's what I was looking for.
Those are the two main things, and you said it earlier.
The two main things. You see? What's Abby's favorite movie or television series?
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. No, my goodness. Alright, you know what? I think I should go with my gut. I am not going with my gut.
You know what?
That is true. It's love and hip hop.
How you feel about that one now?
Well, I thought she was going to know, because, you know, Spice is my favorite artist, and I just make sure I watch it. I was watching it even before Spice was on it. When she came on it, it was like, voila, perfect.
If Abby could travel anywhere in the world, where would she go first?
Paris.
Abby?
I was going to write Paris, but
my
God! I was thinking about Paris.
I thought you were drawing the Eiffel Tower.
I think so too.
We're digging up some memories. It can be recent. It can be from childhood. What's the most embarrassing thing that has ever happened to Abby?
There's so many. There's so many. Apparently I know a lot. What do you know?
I don't know.
So her slippers. When Spice visited.
Yes.
Oh my God. And she's like your favorite, your idol.
She is a
doppelganger.
What?
And she gave me a little Spice vibe, you know.
Yeah.
She gave me a Spice vibe. I'm not like, love her. Oh my God, you get one! Yay!
This was it. But you know, it was, as she said, it was also empowering too, because I had a song called Determined, and I could have turned back because I realized that my slippers popped, but I was like, I want to meet Spice, so I would just, you know, came and I met her and I spoke with her and she said, you know what, you're determined to chew a girl, and that was good. It was good for me.
If Abby could meet any celebrity, who would she choose and why?
It's hard.
I'm joking. Initially I had Beyonce, but since we narrowed it to dancehall, I'm gonna say Shenseea.
Okay. Let's see what
crazy again, fresh like whoa. And then we did
Shoot.
Oh my.
Yeah.
So earlier we asked Gabby questions about Abby. So now we're going to ask Abby questions about Gabby. All right, girlies. Let's see if Gabby can pass the test. Are you ready, Abby?
Yes.
All right. If Gabby were to dye her hair, what color would she choose and why? Okay, let's see.
Two different answers?
Two different. Burgundy and brown. And she has burgundy in. So, what's Gabby's favorite thing to eat?
Oh my God. Thanks for the easy question.
Show us the answer.
She loves curry mutton.
She loves curry mutton. What was the answer?
She cooked curry mutton yesterday.
I love curry mutton, but for some reason I don't know it's because I'm feeling for a fish sandwich right now. Why that came to mind.
Oh my God, that's so far off. You're going off your feelings. You still have to put your earrings and then go for your feelings.
Yes.
What's Gabby's biggest fear? Give us the reveal.
Technically,
it's I can give you that
I would give her, because
it can result in you dying.
You know, that's what I wrote first, right? And I wrote it out. That's what I wrote first.
You guys are in sync. The answers may not come out on the board, but I see you guys are in sync.
Yes.
You're in sync.
I'm glad I can see that. Okay.
If Gabby could have any superpower, what would it be? Okay. Huh?
Invisible?
You'd want to be invisible?
Yes.
If Gabby was in a sticky situation, who would be the first person she would call? Let me see the answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, her dad passed away recently. Yeah.
If either of you were to win the lottery, what would be the first thing you'd likely do or purchase? They're going to for each person.
I'm gonna spend all my money on it. It's be like the first thing you buy, you gotta treat yourself to some food at one expensive restaurant.
So after I collect the money, I'm gonna buy some food and eat. Okay.
Would you do that though?
I would.
She's not wrong. She isn't wrong. But then you go to some investments. Okay,
Definitely.
great. You guys are here. Your besties.
Yes.
We got some 30s for the besties. Let's do the 30s for the besties. So we got 30s for the besties.
Wow. I love that.
Yeah. This is going on my resume, by the way.
Yes, please. So 30s for the besties.
Wow, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, and I love that you guys joined us today. I love the dynamic.
Thank you for having us.
And that's it for How Well Do You Do Your Besties. Thanks to Abby and Gabby for joining us. We really had a great time. Friendships and bonds, very important. So if you have that special one in your life, just let them know. Thanks for joining us.
As we conclude today's edition of Jamaica Magazine, we hope you found these features informative and engaging. Stay connected with JIS through our website at jis.gov.jm and on social media. On behalf of the production team, I'm Theodore Henry, wishing you a fantastic weekend.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.